go live. Watch me go live. Hey, Jay, we're live. Say hi to everybody.
Hi, everybody. Doug.
Hi, AJ, how are you?
Good. How was your week?
My week was good. My weekend was even better. I had a lot of fun hanging out at the Arnold. Got to meet Jocko. That was fun. Arnold was there. I didn't see him. How about you guys? Who else in the chat? How many we got in the chat, AJ?
We got 4.
4 people already? Awesome. Well, where are they? Come on, guys, say hi so we know who you are. We're going to learn to play this game called Overpower tonight. Are you ready for that?
Nah, I'm learning.
You're still learning?
Yep.
Well, I'm actually hoping you'll be part teacher. Make sure my phone's on silent, and it is. Why am I? Oh, okay. All right, so got that. Wow. Oh, there's damage for the power.
What's going on, Damage?
Hi, Damage. Welcome to the chat. Good to have you tonight. I hope everybody's been playing lots of Overpower, getting ready for the OKC shootout.
Oklahoma.
Yeah. Hey, Josh. How are you, buddy?
Josh, what's going on?
Hey, I bet it's warmer in Columbus than it is in Florida again. How warm did it get today? 70? Did we hit 70?
Over 70.
Yeah, it's supposed to hit 71 today. Hey, Andrew. How are you? Let's see.
What's going on, guys?
Oh, let's see. The high today was supposed to be 75. I wonder if we got there. It doesn't look like we did. I'm at 66 right now. Hey, Michael.
What's going on?
Hey. Michael is back from Maui.
Why'd you come back?
Probably got too expensive to stay in Hawaii. Josh says it's 70.
Touche.
All right. We got you.
Just for a couple days.
Yeah. We're supposed to have a warm week. I don't think we're going to be in the 70s again this week. But in the 60s. I'll take 60s in the beginning of March.
Well, it gives you what you wake up with.
Yeah, because it'll change quick.
It does.
Michael says, right? Yeah. I can only imagine how expensive it must be in Hawaii. Everything's getting expensive everywhere, though.
Yeah, it doesn't. Everyone's catching up.
I had to make a choice today, and I didn't like it.
Rice or beans?
It'd always be rice. But I was looking for a new energy drink to carry in the store, and I decided to go with Gorilla Mind. Have you had Gorilla Mind?
Mm-mm.
Oh, you'll have some next week.
Okay.
It's actually a very good energy drink, and a lot of people seem to really like it. I like it too, but I got to retail it for more than what I would like to retail an energy drink for. But it is what it is. I had to break down and order some, so we'll try it and see if the customers like it as much as I do. Hey, Daniel. Hey, Reverend. How are you guys?
What's going on, guys? Daniel, Larry.
Larry, before we even get started, I want to thank you for theorangeking.com and all the images you have up there. The images that I used tonight in our Learn to Play all came off of your site. So thank you for allowing me to do that, even though you didn't know I was doing it till now.
Good job, Larry.
It made it very easy for me to download those. Josh says, Doug, this is totally off topic, but have you heard of this newer indie card game called Alpha Clash? Superhero themed game. I have heard of Alpha Clash. I decided not to carry it. We had very few people asking about it. Have you tried it, Josh? If you haven't and you would like to, send me an email, doug@heroesandgames.com, and put your address in there, and I will mail you a starter deck.
Off record.
Off record?
Yeah, we're an Overpower card.
Oh, yeah, sorry. We are a little off
Don't
topic.
promote other card
But
games.
Josh,
here,
if you want it, I will. I'll mail you a copy. Thanks, Larry. I appreciate you giving me permission. Josh says he got his Teamworks from the King. They look incredible. Zorro card win. Yeah, Zorro may be here quicker than you think. No, I'm just kidding. What do they call that? Public domain characters. I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon, if at all. but we shall see. But Josh, just email me your address. I'll send you out a deck. I haven't even looked at them. I'm not
You
interested.
giving them out for free?
To Josh.
No,
Why, you want one too?
no, I'm okay.
I'll give you. I think I got two.
No, it's okay.
I can give you one.
No,
I'll have it here for you next week if you show up.
nope.
You gonna show up next week?
I'll show up, but you can keep the cards.
You might like it.
Maybe.
Those teamwork cards, yeah, I wish I had I did take a picture. I got them on my phone. I posted it in the Facebook group. I wish I had one to put up here on the screen. I
I
could
have one.
pretend I know what I'm doing. You got an image? Oh, you just want to show them the cards?
Yeah, I can.
You
The
can.
new one?
Yeah, they're really nice. The 7. Hey, Brett, how are you?
The 7, right?
Yeah. 7, which is a +0, +1. I really like that. The new teamworks are beautiful. Big thanks to Overpower and Larry. Brett, did you get your copies? I think Larry sold out of the 7 already, didn't you, Larry? And then restocked them and probably sold out again. Michael got his. Nope, Larry says he still has them on the site. Good. Go check them out, guys. Larry, what's the keyword to pull those up on your site? Any power? Would any power pull them up? Yeah, they're too shiny. There we
Yeah,
go.
look at that.
Hey, Larry, what's the keyword to search for the search function? Daniel says he's got his. Man, look at that. Everyone got them. That's great. And Brett got 2 of each. I love it. I didn't get to play. Oh, he did sell out of the 7. All right. Good. I started to buy a second one, and I didn't. I kind of wish I had now. Daniel says an 18.8 fighting Zorro would be amazing. Yeah.
With a person on the gate. I'm kidding.
You know, a person on the gate would be okay. That's not overpowered. It's not like it's a generic negate where you can negate anything.
Maybe a non-numerical negate.
A non-numerical. I'd like that too.
Then you can do
The draw
targets,
threes.
the draw
Yeah,
three.
the pennant stairs. Larry says just search any power 6A or 7A. It'll pull it. Hey, Captain.
What's going on, Captain?
He got his. All right. After there were only 5, so I figured they'd be gone by now. Yep, all the 7s are gone. Josh says I'm excited for the new sets to have a 18.8 fighting character. All we have now is Bullseye. You know, I really like Bullseye though. I used to try and play him. It's hard to get him in a competitive deck, but he is fun to play. Which we're going to get away from competitive decks a little bit tonight.
Yeah,
And
we're going to
just go
break it
back
down.
Going to go back to the basics. I saw something up there I wanted to comment about. I don't remember. I lost it. Oh, the teamworks. Yeah, I didn't play in any event on Saturday, and if I had, I would have played my 6 and 7 any powers. I really liked them.
I agree with you, Josh.
What's Josh saying? Oh,
The
Bullseye
Bullseye
MOE
specials.
specials are solid.
Yeah, that makes him playable.
What do you get?
You got the master mold.
You got a master mode?
Yeah.
Oh.
And then the other one per deck, it's,
da-
I want to say it's,
He's
oh,
got
I can't
master.
even think about it.
Well, why am I playing the hand on my deck instead of Bullseye then?
Well, if you look at all his cards and put together, like you play 1 per deck, you can play all cards
From everybody.
from everybody in his hands.
Well, I think attack specials only.
It says all specials from character. Like,
Really?
so if you
He
have
could
someone
even play
dies,
Mr.
you play.
Fantastic's draw 3.
Yes,
with that
if you
card.
play that 1 per deck.
Wow.
Now
Okay.
you got me second guessing.
Now, all right, you gonna look it up real quick?
Yes.
I thought it was
Drive me
attack
nuts.
specials only, but you could be right. I don't know. Oh, there he says he might get more of the 7s, but he's not sure yet. All right, Captain got 1 of each for him and his brother. That's nice. I like how you take care of your brother.
May attack with any special or power cards from hand.
Yeah, there you go.
Sorry.
So, yeah, he
I
can't
got real
draw 3
excited.
because that's not considered an attack.
He doesn't
but
need
it's-
to.
No, but it's still a good card.
You can throw it 8 intellect.
Yeah. All right. Well, don't you build me a bullseye deck? Or get Vlad.
I mean,
Vlad likes to build decks.
You want all eights?
All eights?
Run
I
dual
mean,
negate out
there's
of the outback?
There is no negate.
You run 2 negates out of the outback. You won't even need them after you get done with 3 eights coming at you.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'll just take the hand off my deck and put bullseye on.
I like the bullseye.
You like bullseye?
I like the bullseye.
I like the hand.
I like them both.
All right. Let's see. How many we got in the chat right now?
12.
12. Went from 4
We
to
said
12.
we like bullseye. We lost 2.
Oh, seriously? They left
Yeah.
because of bullseye?
I don't know. Maybe it was me.
Oh, man. Can we make bullseye playable? All right. So, Josh says pro bullseye gang here. Yeah, I'm with you, Josh. I
I'm
like
right there
bullseye.
with you, man.
Yeah. If it's an all-fighting deck, him and Captain America. You like that? You gotta have. Who are you gonna have with your negator in the fighting?
I'd put Reavers with them.
Reavers. Today is Vlad's birthday. What?
Vlad!
What? Are you serious? Is that today's Vlad's birthday?
Well, he could have told us earlier.
Wow. All right.
Happy birthday, Vlad.
Everybody send Vlad a text right now. Tell him happy birthday.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to text Vlad happy birthday right now. I hope you do too. Let's see. Vlad, whoops. I can't text.
I beat you.
Yeah, you did. I can't text. But I tagged him. You didn't tag him.
I don't need to.
All right. Happy birthday, Vlad. Sorry you couldn't be here for the live stream. I know you're coaching soccer. Reverend Larry says, he's got an announcement. 2023 tourney foils have been ordered as non-foils. They should start hitting the site this weekend. No limit. Hey, nice. Okay. Josh says 8 fighting team use Beast the Brute for all teamworks. Michael says we didn't hear from him. It's Vlad's birthday.
It's too late.
It's too late.
It's on the chat.
We're blowing up our chat. Happy birthday, Vlad. Let's see. More teamworks. Look at that. Blowing up the chat with happy birthdays to Vlad. We miss you, Vlad. Wish you were here. Vlad was supposed to come down last Friday and play in Star Wars Unlimited pre-release event. But things
You
happened.
didn't tell me that.
He didn't make it. That's probably why he didn't tell you.
Well, you're going to be in trouble.
What?
I'd come down and watch him.
Oh, you don't want to play Star Wars, though, do you?
I'm a big Star Wars fan.
Well, why weren't you here for
I
it?
didn't know about Doug.
How could you not know about it?
You don't tell me everything, Doug.
Hey, AJ, we got a Star Wars Unlimited game that's releasing Friday.
This Friday?
Yeah, last Friday we had a pre-release event for it.
Mm.
We got another pre-release event Wednesday night. Do you want to play in it?
This Wednesday?
7 o'clock.
I'll think about that one.
It's $30 to buy the pre-release kit, and you get like 6 booster packs in there and some other goodies. So hopefully you'll show up.
Maybe.
I won't be here. It's my day off. But
If I tell you I'll be here, you probably will come in.
I might come in because I'm off. I got chess club from 3 to 5, and after that, I could probably come in.
Is it on your website?
Yeah, you can pre-order it. The pre-release isn't, but
No,
the
I'm
product
saying
is.
the announcement is on your website.
Not for this pre-release because
Then how's anyone supposed to know about it?
they did it on the Star Wars Facebook page and the Discord. I didn't do it. Anthony did it in the Discord, and I don't know who put it in Facebook. Might have been Anthony too. They don't let me do that kind of stuff because I don't know what I'm doing. So, anyways, does anybody here know how to play Overpower? Because I got right here in my hands a Monumental rulebook. These things are so small. I am going to try to scan this thing and blow it up for everybody and post it online. Will I get in trouble for that? I don't think Marvel cares.
You're not selling anything.
I'm not selling anything.
You're
it's
not
just-
copying anything.
Yeah, I'm copying.
No, but you know, I mean, you're not selling copies.
Yeah, I'm not selling anything. It's free. And that's just, you could download it.
Yeah, I think you'd be okay.
All right, we'll try it.
Don't quote me, though.
I won't. If I get a cease and desist letter, I'm blaming you.
Nope, I have nothing to do with this.
What? It's your idea. You're the one who told me it was too small to read. Oh, now you're trying to get out of it. Brett says, I like to pretend I know how to play.
We know.
Oh, Brett, that's funny.
It's okay. We all do.
If you watch me play in tournaments, you'll find out that I don't know what I'm doing. You'll find out very quickly.
Don't listen to that. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's just playing mind games.
Oh, my gosh. Did you watch my game with Tyler on the stream?
You did that on purpose.
I did not do that on purpose. And then I bet 7 in a game and lost. After I lost the first game because I didn't negate vertigo, I don't know how to play this
You're
game.
going in a rabbit hole.
Okay. Michael says it's 25 years old. You're fine. Okay, thanks, Michael. I'll get it up. I'll try and get it up this week. Maybe I can even post it in Discord, the link to where I'll upload it. Larry says, yes, on non-foil teamwork promos, but they will not be with the first batch this week. And the captain says, after finding out how many rules my brother and I had misinterpreted and played wrong over the years, I am only 90% sure we played correctly now.
So am I.
Yeah, I hear you. It's amazing how many times a judge was called during the champs, and they're supposed to be the people that really know how to play.
Yeah.
Captain says, I wouldn't be surprised if I learned something new tonight. Well, I hope so. So let's, it's going to be pretty basic, Captain. We're going to start with this rule book. We're going to start with the table of contents. We're going to have the objective. We're going to break down what each cards are. And that might take most of the night. We might get to building your deck, setup, the sequence of play, the reserve character, and the victory.
Get your pillow and blanket ready.
Oh, come on now.
You got
Don't
44
be that
minutes.
way.
Go.
Don't be that way. The objective.
All right.
I could read. Well, it says Overpower is a game that allows the player to simulate combat between superheroes, villains, and other superpowered characters, while strategically attempting to complete a mission. So there are 2 ways to win this game. Actually, do they tell you that? For the purpose of these game rules, we refer to all the above as characters. So the heroes, villains, and the teams, they just call them characters. I like that. You call them characters, you just call them heroes. For a long
what about
time, I
the
called
Black Hat
everybody
card?
heroes. What?
The Black Cat 1 per deck. It says only can be defended by a male character.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
That just says that they're referred to as all characters.
No, they're talking about.
Uh-huh. We'll go back to that. That's a rabbit
No,
hole.
AJ, you're on mute. It's
What?
Josh. John says it's definitely a game that suffered from being a very early TCG in terms of rules clarity. So a character could be a hero, a villain, or a team.
Correct.
I call everybody heroes, but it doesn't work when you're playing with Dr. Doom. He's not a hero. But the objective is to complete 7 missions, or to knock out all of your all your opponent's characters. Right? Oh my gosh, Larry's got another announcement.
You want to do a time on it?
A time what? I haven't even read it yet.
He wants to do a trivia question.
Oh, for a $10 gift certificate. Doug, let me know what time you would like me to post the question.
Do you want to say 7:30?
What time is it now? It's 7:18. All right, Larry, let's do it at 7:30. That gives us 12 minutes. Are you going to stick around the whole show, Larry, or do you need to do it sooner? The captain says the original rule book, they were called hero cards. My brother and I still use that term.
No, that's how DC had the label. I don't know if anyone knows on the character. It had the H on the bottom left corner for a hero and V for a villain on the DC cards.
Yeah, and did they even do that for teams? The team was a hero or villain team, or was there nothing there for the team?
Nothing.
Nothing there. That was something that they were going to try to incorporate, but I guess they couldn't make it work.
That'd just make it more complicated.
Yeah, like we needed that, right? Captain says, I think they transitioned to calling them character cards in DC, Superman, Batman, when they had the H or the V icon.
Yep.
Yep. Larry says 7:30 works. So at 7:30, guys, Larry's going to throw out a trivia question. To win the game, you either complete 7 of your missions, or you knock out all your opponent's characters.
Or you lose 7 missions.
No. That's how you lose the game.
Yeah, that's true. But
There are 2 ways to win and 3 ways to lose.
If you lose 7, they're winning.
Yeah. If you venture your last mission and you lose that hand and it goes to the defeated
That was for
missions
game.
file, you lose. I don't think I've ever seen that happen. A couple of times. Oh, there's Ricky. Hi, Ricky. If you didn't
going on,
want to
Ricky?
scan, don't tell me, Ricky, you already got it scanned. Hey, I don't think I've ever played anybody that lost by losing the 7th mission.
No, I've been in a position, and I've played against someone in the same position, but it never, you didn't lose. There's
I've
always
seen-
an extra couple hands.
I've seen games where somebody is venturing, and if they lose that hand, they're going to lose their 7th mission. But at the exact same time, the other opponent was betting, venturing. We don't gamble in Overpower. Was venturing for the win. So it kind of balanced out a little bit. Michael says AJ was robbed.
Which time? I'm kidding. So anyways, going forward,
Oh, carry on?
yes.
All right, so what types of cards are there? There are power cards, and the power cards consist of energy, fighting, strength, and intellect. As most of you know, the original 3 Marvel sets did not have intellect on them, and that came along with the IQ set. DC started with the IQ on it, which was kind of cool that they added that. I didn't like it at the time because I had to go replace a lot of heroes, but having that 4th stat really, really helps. Let's see if I can pull up.
Power card?
No,
Oh,
you want a
hero.
power card? I was thinking maybe the what? Oh, I know what I'm doing wrong there. Close that. Oh, I want the character card. That's what I want.
You want the character in the card?
Whoops, there. Let's put Spider-Man up. There's a Spider-Man hero. Yeah, Captain, I did lose by venturing 7 in the tournament. So your opponent hadn't ventured the game, but you lost and that ended the game. That is correct. I ventured 7 and lost. All right, so right now there's a Spider-Man hero card who's a 3 energy, a 7 fighting, a 6 strength, and a 5 intellect.
The max you can go is an 8 in any category.
1 to an 8. The lowest you can go is a 1, except for the original heroes that didn't have intellect. If you don't have intellect on your character card, you cannot use an intellect power card. So the thing that is most confusing, I think, about these stats is you look at it, you see Spider-Man's a 3 energy. He can only use up to a 3 power card in energy. He can use up to a 7 in fighting, 6 in strength, a 5 intellect. But when he blocks an attack, if somebody throws a 4 energy attack on him, he can defend it with any power card that's 4 or higher that's in his stats. If they attack with an energy, he doesn't have to defend with an energy. Does that make sense? Because I used to think you had to defend an energy with an energy card. And
Oh,
that's
that would make it more complicated.
Oh, yeah, that would have been awful. I quickly learned that that wasn't the way it is. But the fighting cards, or the icons, are also a way to knock out a character. If you do what they call a spectrum. Spectrum KO is get 3 out of the 4 icons on a character it KOs them. So those points also are used to determine your deck building points. You get 76 points with the 4 characters that have all 4 icons. And we're not going to go into the 3 stat characters right now.
We can do that later.
Yeah, we
This
can add
is
those
just
in
basic.
later. Yeah, basic. So Spider-Man, there's 21 points. If you get 76 points, that's a 19-point character average. So if you go over 19, like Spider-Man is 21, you have to come back with either 2 characters that are a point under or 1 character that is 2 points under 19 to get it to balance out. It makes it way more challenging. I don't know how they came up with the number 76. That turned out to be a pretty good number. If you gave just 1 or 2 more points, it might have broke the game.
Yeah.
Some characters have inherent abilities. I should have downloaded a character that had an inherent ability.
Well, just explain where it would be at.
It would be right at the bottom underneath that intellect 5. There'd be a line right there telling you what that character's inherent ability is, which is something he can use at all times. That character can use at all times, he or she. So if Spider-Man does not have one, I always thought that every character in the game should have been given an inherent ability. Because they all do different things.
Not high stat characters, but...
I think everybody should have, as long as it wasn't a negative ability. And it didn't have to be a powerful thing, but just something.
So, they all have special cards.
They all have special cards. We want to get into special cards next. The rulebook does not go to special cards.
Well, I just figured you have Spider-Man up.
I can pull up a Spider-Man.
Sorry, Doug.
No, that's fine. I'll give Spider-Man a special card. Let's see. Whoops. That's not what I meant to do. Go here. There we go. Here is Spider-Man. Target opponent may not attack for the remainder of battle. When you have the special cards, they have the character's name there on the left-hand side. So only Spider-Man can play this card without some kind of something making it playable to another character. So there are things like events or specials that allow a character to play another character's specials. We'll get into those later.
Most of the special cards have a yellow tint border close to a brown one. When it's different colors on that kind of color spectrum, that indicates different expansions of the set.
Right.
So as long as it has the hero name, the name of the card, and then the card code on the bottom, that will go to that character.
Yeah. Nobody else can, well, I shouldn't say nobody else can play Spider-Man characters because Doppelganger can.
There's certain characters in the game that can play other character specials and specials that make other characters play specials. So that's a whole nother talk. Trust me, it'll be a nice one.
Right. So let me read we got some chat here that I wanted. Josh says, so in terms of basic power cards, it always takes at least 3 hits to KO. To KO a character, you need to hit 20 points on their record, 20 points or more. Either adding up to 20, 8 plus 8 plus 4, or 3 hits of a different icon. Right?
Oh, okay, so you don't have to, you can have more than 3 hits on the character.
Yes, but it takes at least 3 is what Josh is saying. Which technically,
2 10s can kill him.
yeah, there are some specials, but if you're doing it with power cards, it's definitely going to take 2 8s and a 4 at least.
Yeah. I mean, you can have 6 power cards on there, and it's at 19 points.
Right. You know,
And no spectrum.
And even specials could be as little as a 1. Captain says, I'm still teaching my dad how to play. He sometimes gets confused, thinking the power card exchanges need to have matching types. Yeah, good to point that out that they don't. Yeah, it can be very confusing. Similarly, he sometimes looks at my character's power grids, thinking they somehow limit what attacks he can make on me. I have to remind him that attacks are only limited by his power grid. That is correct. That's a good point.
The Hulk can hit you with an 8 strength, and while Professor can defend it with an 8 energy, Professor cannot defend it with an 8 strength because he's not strong.
This Spider-Man special is limited to 1 per deck. You can only play this 1 copy of this. Every other card in the game is unlimited. You can run as many as you want.
You do discard duplicates, so
Yeah, but
unless
if you draw,
something says you don't.
right, so that's why you don't normally play more than 3 of anything, and a lot of guys will only play 1 or 2 of something. Spider-Man does have another, let's see, that's a mission card, where, maybe we should have went to play setup.
Well, you can still go back to it. Now they know what a hero looks like.
Okay, let me get Spider-Man's other card up here. What's, close that, that's an aspect. Oh, somewhere in here I have Spider-Man. What did I have? The Void 1 attack for him, I think, in here. What's going on here? Why is it doing this to me? There it is. All right. Whoops. All right, so Spider-Man's Void 1 attack can only be played by Spider-Man. And still showing an event behind him. I don't know why it's doing that. What the heck? I don't have that highlighted. But Spider-Man can avoid 1 attack. He can only avoid 1 attack against himself. It does not avoid 1 attack on one of his teammates. Doug Taylor, how you doing, Doug? I've seen players I have taught have thought the same thing. Yeah, it can be kind of confusing if you're reading a rule book. All right, Larry. Larry's dropping his trivia question.
Missing one.
The first, what? Missing one what? Captain, it was good to note what specials are here, but I think you can go back to the rule book outline here and continue with more about specials when they pop up in there. Yeah, we will get back into specials some more. All right, the trivia question. The first person that can name all 3 characters that have a protect teammate special wins. Okay, is that, you mean teammate may avoid? And not a 9 or less. Just a teammate may avoid 1 attack. Name of special. Wow. Captain America, is Captain America's a 9 or less, or is it, I think it is an outright teammate avoid, isn't it? Mr. Fantastic, I'm pretty sure, is a 9 or less. But let's see what these guys come up with. So that is, let's see, are we good there? I think we're good there on what specials are. There we go. That's why that kept showing up. Now I'll get rid of that event. So if we look in our rule book, character cards, let's pull up some basic universe cards. Basic universe cards are something that are supposed to help a character make an attack or defend. And that's training, not that, Douglas, not that one. Not that one. Wow. I didn't do so well naming these. Oh, all right, this is going to be a big one. Here's an example of some of the basic universe cards. A basic universe card, wow. You have to be on these examples an 8 to use or 7 to use. There is one that's a 6 to use. It will give you a +1, +2, or +3 to your power card attack or a power card defense. The only problem with basic universe cards are that those go away after the attack is made, whether the attack is successful or not. Also goes away if you defend with them once the attack is defended. So it will not count towards your venture total for the hand, which is something we haven't even discussed yet.
Yeah, it pushes through the attack.
Yeah. Wow. Why doesn't this have the venture? Venture should have probably come up a little bit sooner. Now, there is also another universe card, which is a training card. The training card, here's an example of the training card. You have to be 5 or less to use, and it gets you +4. This is supposed to help the weaker characters get an attack through or defend an attack.
So if I have a 5 strength and someone throws a 7 at me, I can take that 5 strength and play that team or the training card with it. It gives it +4, so 5 + 4 = 9. That 9 defends the 7, correct?
Yeah.
And then the training card goes way along with the power card.
And that's something that we should probably cover. To defend an attack, you have to meet or exceed the number. So a 7 will defend any number 7 or less. As hard as it is to believe, sometimes you're going to have to defend a 2 or a 3 with a 6 or a 7, which you don't like to do because you're giving up a lot of points, but you may have to. So after the universe cards, training, we have a teamwork card. What's Larry saying right there, AJ?
We're all messing up on it.
The answer to his trivia, I mean?
Yeah.
Oh. All right, let's see what Larry says. Name the character that has a special called Protect Teammate. Oh. What? How many characters have a card named Protect Teammate, Larry? You're saying there are 3? 3 characters have the same card name? All right. Let's see. So another universe card is a teamwork card. Teamworks allow one character to make an attack, requires at least one more character to make an attack, and could allow all 3 frontline characters to make an attack. You all right?
Yeah.
So each character that makes the follow-up attack is going to get a bonus to their attack. Again, that bonus goes away once the attack goes through. Nope, somebody says Thor. Who said Thor? Oh, Captain says Thor. There's one. AJ, I'm going to pull up the setup. I think the setup's important.
Yes, I agree.
And it might make explaining some of this stuff even a little bit easier. Where's my image? There we go. All right, guys. This is the layout of the game. This is how you're going to more or less lay it. This is not an absolute. Some players don't go exactly by this. You can't force your opponent to do it, as far as I know. For some reason, they have the missions pile on the right-hand side, and mine are, I always have them on the left. I don't know why. It's just the way I played it. A dead pile, defeat a pile, power pack, and a draw pile. So the characters go 1, 2, 3 across and 1 in the back for your reserve character. If you have a home base, it goes behind the reserve character. If you have a battle site, it would go on the front line, right beside one of your characters up there. Michael says he knows all 3 now, but he's not going to say. All right. I need a pointer. I should have put out a pointer. The draw pile is where you draw all 8 cards every turn. The power pack and the dead pile are where the cards go after you've played them. Your power pack is strictly power cards. Nothing else goes into the power pack. Everything else goes into the dead pile except events. Maybe.
And heroes.
And heroes. Well, yeah, you got your defeated characters pile. So the defeated characters would go right there. The dead pile will be everything but events and power cards. So there are some cards that will allow you to go back into the dead pile and pull something out and put in your hand, or go through your opponent's dead pile and remove from the game so that they can't go back and get it. The same with the power pack. If you run through your whole deck, unlike a lot of games, it's not game over. A lot of games will say you go through your deck, game over. With Overpower, you get to go to that power pack, shuffle it up, and
Draw 8 cards.
draw 8 cards. And discard duplicates, which is something I don't think any other game does. They don't make you discard duplicates, but Overpower does, which again just adds another level of complexity. I like it. It's frustrating when you have to discard duplicates, but it does make the game a little more challenging. So on the right-hand side, you'll see the reserve missions would be right in the middle. That's where all 7 of your missions start to begin the game.
Yep.
If you complete a mission, it would go up to the completed mission. A defeated mission would go down 1. How do you complete a mission? What causes you to have a defeated mission? You would venture missions based on how many points you think you have in your hand that you can get through to your opponent. At the end of each hand, all successful hits against your opponent are added up, and that's your venture total.
Which are your current hits.
Current hits. Nothing on the permanent record. Oh my gosh, every time I say something, it leads to something else that we haven't covered yet.
So you have your current hits. So we attack. I lose by 2 points. That means you have 2 more points than me. I drop my mission down. You move your mission up. Those current hits now stay on the table, and they get tucked under your hero, visible by your opponent. That way, you know what's left on their character. If you know they have 8 hit points, half spectrum, whatever. So that's the difference between current, because current is your venture at that point in time, and then your permanent record, what's been there after the battle. So that's current and permanent.
Right, and if a character ever gets 20 points on his record,
Total.
Current and permanent record, and if they add up to 20, they're KO'd, knocked out of the game. KO'd, not killed, because nobody dies in Overpower.
Nope,
Right.
they just reshuffle back in next thing, we're good to go.
Right, and we venture, we don't bet. BMG actually put bet on one of their new cards, one of the anti-hero cards, and I thought that was kind of funny. So when one of your frontline characters gets knocked out, the beginning of the next hand, that reserve character comes up and takes his place.
So character number 4 moves in
Yep,
after the battle.
at the end of the battle.
Okay.
Yeah, at the beginning of the next battle, actually, what I guess would be the proper way to say it. Let's see, Captain says, I guess they don't do this at tournaments, but to me, following this card setup layout is part of following the rules. Yeah, and I should. And if they ever make a play mat that has those zones on it, I would probably use it just to make myself.
I'd follow it.
Do you really?
I would if they had a play mat.
Yeah, you don't do it?
I don't. No,
You don't?
if you look at all the games that are online, everyone, it has a similar, like, my missions are on the right, but my draw pile, I put my home base and my battle site next to my characters on top, so my home base is in the back, because if I can place something there, I want the opponent to see it.
Yeah.
That way they're not like, oh, I've never seen it. So it's a courteous thing. Anyway, sorry. I didn't mean to hijack that.
No, you're fine. I don't know why I set mine up the way that I do. I must have started at some point and just continued on. Let's see. Josh says duplicate discard I am mixed on. it's an understandable attempt at balance, but most other games simply limit the number of duplicates you can have in a deck 2 to 4. Yep, I know. It's just one of the unique things of Overpower.
So you're mixed on.
He's not sure that whether he likes it or not. Sometimes he likes
Oh.
it, sometimes he doesn't.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Now we're getting into. All right, it looks like Thor and Mr. Fantastic have Protect teammate, and we're trying to figure out who the third one is. Captain says he can't find it on Larry's site. It's got to be there, doesn't he? Wow. Do you know what the third one is? Don't say it, but I'm just asking you, do you know?
I think I do.
You think you do?
Yeah, I'm not going to say anything.
I don't have a clue. Josh says, yes, I usually put home base and battle side on either side of the reserved character. I put it up a little higher so that, like AJ said, if something's placed on it, I can do it. Oh, it's Juggernaut. An MOE card, which I can't sell, but is turning legal. All right, that's why it's not on your site, Larry. Okay. Placing. Should we cover placing now? I don't think they do.
Did you go through power cards?
Power cards. I think I did. Did I miss something in power
Did
cards?
you? No, I don't. I'm just asking. Did you show them what a power card is?
Oh. Did I not put a power card up?
I think we went from specials to universe to training to the mat.
Okay. Let me see. Whoops. Where's my power card? I got a level 8 intellect power card here to show everybody. So you know what a power card looks like. Where's it at? It's because it's probably my favorite. The 8.
Is it the Doom?
Yeah.
Yep.
Although I do like the 8 intellect Dracula. Uh-oh. Where'd it go? I got it here somewhere. Wow.
Guess it wasn't that important.
Yeah. No.
They don't need to know what power
Here,
cards are.
it's this one.
There
we
it
go.
is.
I got it. This is a power card. It does not say power card on it. You have no way to know that it's a power card other than I'm telling you now that's a power card.
There is no border on it,
No border.
as in universe cards and double shots and specials all have different types of border. This looks just like a normal playing card you pull out of a deck of cards with a different number and different icon, different art.
Right.
This is a power card.
And the power cards, again, number 1 through 8. You have a 1 through 8 of all 4 icons. They have multi-power cards. Why didn't I download a multi-power card? What's a multi-power card, AJ?
Multi-power card is a universal card that has all 4 icons on it that are 1 through 5. The 5 is one per deck currently. Now, you can use this card and it adapts to the power grid of that hero. So Spider-Man can use a 4 multi 3 or a 4 or a 3 multi that could be an energy and call it energy from Spider-Man. Now, when this card lands, it now ends up, once it hits in current and your permanent record, it has the option to choose between those 4 icons. It's always changing. You can always change, it changes automatically.
To whatever you need it
to whatever you need it to be to have a spectrum, all 3 stats or hits on a character for a spectrum KO. So I know it can be confusing.
Look at me, AJ. While you're
Look how
talking,
fast you
I
did
went and
that.
downloaded a multi-power card.
Multi-power cards are very useful. I highly recommend them. Later we can talk about strategy. Sometimes they can get locked down, but sometimes, I mean, they do pretty well. And a lot of people use them in teamworks on decks with mismatched power grids, because you're going to get into that later with heroes.
Ricky won. I'm sorry, this is kind of funny. I don't mean to interrupt you.
No, go ahead.
Larry asked Ricky his name, and Richard Christopher. That's funny. All right.
So they're 1 through 4, and then there is a 5 multi that is a 1 per deck. Yes, there are 1 per decks in power cards. So that means you only can have 1 in your deck.
And the 5 multi first appeared in the image deck, or the image set. Right?
Was it Tiffany?
Tiffany, yes. And then it was in what? Oh, the MOE. The 5 innies are hard, or 5 multis are hard to get.
Yeah, and well, there's some Dan-made ones off record.
Yeah, but the real ones, the Tiffany is extremely hard to
Yes.
get. The Cthulhu from BMG, was that only in the expensive packs? They did a non-foil. That was a foil version that was in those.
Yeah, I have it.
Yeah, I know. You and Vlad have everything.
Yeah,
I'm not as good as you.
just being stored.
So the Cthulhu 5 multi is still pretty hard to get.
Now-
Larry's probably got them on the orangeking.com.
Yeah, he does, and I would probably look him up. They are pretty cool cards. I mean, obviously, don't go break the bank, but anyways, multi-cards are definitely valuable to have in your deck. It helps on the spectrum aspect of it.
Right. There is also an any power.
Which are also 1 per deck.
All of these are 1 per deck. There's a 5, 6, 7, and an 8.
Yeah, so you only can have 1 in your deck. They do not count towards an icon, so they do not count towards spectrum total. These are only for cumulative. Help me out on that word, Doug.
Cumulative. Yeah, that's good. And it's only to get him up to 20.
Yes, thanks, Doug. I'll just go right to that next time. So they also, if you have characters on your front line that are have mismatched stats, these cards are also good in there to make sure everyone has a card that they can fend with. Plus, they can match up to any teamwork, universe, or basic training card. So that 5 or less plus 4 you can use in any power, as long as your stat is 5 or less.
Right. And Josh says you can get the Cthulhu 5 multi in the Any Heroes Essential Pack that Larry has for sale on his website. That is a non-foil Cthulhu in there, but it is there. Let's see. What? Get 1 or 3. Josh says get 1 or 3 from the Orange King. Mr. Fantastic, Thor, and Juggernaut, Ricky says, is the answer to your question, Larry. Not Mr. Mr. Fantastic, Thor, and Juggernaut. Someone's saying Mr. Fantastic does not have a Protect teammate. Oh, Captain says he does. Wow. Did Larry stump himself?
Uh-oh.
All right. So that should... Oh, Larry was thinking Invisible Woman, which has protective wall.
Get together, Larry. You played 4 Freedoms, too.
Yeah, really.
I wasn't going to say anything.
So Ricky is the winner. All right. So that covers the power cards.
Yeah.
I think we made it through all the universe. The basic universe, the training universe, the teamworks. Oh, there's one more universe card, an ally card.
Ooh.
Let me find my ally card.
So an ally card, you read it, you have to use a teammate special. So it starts off with one of your characters on the front line by what it costs to use. So it's going to say it needs to be 5 or less in strength, and it acts as a 3, whatever, fill in the blank, attack. Must be followed up by a teammate special card. You don't have a choice. That if you do not have a special card from a teammate, you cannot play that card. It has to be placed or discarded. It becomes an unusable. And we'll get to that later in life.
There's an ally card. I found an ally card.
So the one he's going to show is going to say it has to be 6 strength to use, acts as a level 1 attack. So if me and Doug are on a team, I play the ally card, I attack with it, it's a 1 strength, but I have a 6 strength to use. Doug, my teammate on my team, I would have to use a Doug special card to follow that up.
Yeah. And it has to be a special. It cannot be a power card, cannot be a teamwork card, cannot be an activator. It has to be a special. I'm sorry, I just threw out another word at you that we hadn't used yet, which is an activator. We'll get to that. Josh says, ally cards, do not be fooled by the incorrect text that say may play, as I was in Boston. Yeah, they errated that a long time ago to must play. Teammate must play one special card. Now that ally card, some of them are up to a 3.
Yeah.
It could be a 6, 1 attack, a 2 attack, or a 3 attack. There are all 3 versions. Larry, congratulations, Justin. I mean Ricky. I'll send the gift certificate later tonight. And Ricky says, I get us confused too. We've confused those two guys so bad.
So the DC version of ally card, it does say teammate must play. It says must play a special card on the DC ally card.
Yeah, I think there was some ally that
Some
originally
were,
said may.
yeah,
The very first one.
some were optional,
Yeah.
but this is not optional.
Right. You have to.
You have to play. And if you don't, it's discard or you have to place it on the correct character.
Right. And then let's talk about the double shot. Double shot. Oh. Wait a minute. Oh, Captain says, Doug, this is probably a good place to explain what errata means in Overpower rules. Errata, actually, in all games have errata. Errata is where they clarify clarify what a card actually does, whether they misworded it or the intention was the card was not played as it was intended. So they will errata or clarify the way that card is played. Thank you, Captain. That is good. I should have did that when I used the word errata. So they kind of more or less say, well, we know what the card says, but this is what it was meant to do. And they do that with quite a few cards, and all games do it. DC, Batman, Superman had the first ally cards, and those say may.
Correct. But if you look at the DC Justice League, all the allies that came out of there, it says must.
Yeah, they changed it after the DC, which when it was may play, it was kind of cool. You could
Just throw it down and be like, nah, no additional.
all right,
Which I don't see what the problem is. It's just a 1
or a 3,
or a 3.
up to a 3.
So I don't know.
I like to make chain attacks.
That's all you,
so
buddy.
I would almost always. There's the difference, I guess. The must and may. If you don't have a special to follow up, you can't
Yeah.
play that card.
No, you got to discard it or make sure it's placed.
Yep. Errata means the same thing in all rules for all things. Yep.
In life.
Life. They errata life in general. Sorry, guys. I know you've been living life under this rule, but it really is. Let's see. Captain says, I have only ever encountered it in Overpower. Interesting. Probably don't want to get in too deep in the weeds of errata, unless it's a 5-hour stream. I agree, Doug. We're moving on.
We didn't bring no weed whacker.
Doug Taylor says every CGC has errata. Ricky says, Captain, how do you tag people? Mine don't tag. It's because I'm on mobile. And Captain says, Doug Taylor, yeah, just suggested to explain the term itself means since it came up. I agree. Hi, Howard. You been here all this time, lurking in the shadows?
Probably.
Howard says, note, avoid one universe attack can be used against the ally, but not the follow-up attack. But it can be used against any of the 3 attacks from a teamwork.
Correct. We'll get into those special cards soon
Thanks,
enough,
Howard.
Howard.
That is a great point. It will only defend that first attack. That allows a second card to be played.
Well, do you want to do like follow-up questions?
Well, Ricky, you did tag the captain. You figured it out. Overpower. Captain says the only CGC he plays is Overpower. Interesting.
Good job, Captain.
Howard said he's a little late to the game. Well, glad you could join us.
Hi, Howard. again.
And then Ricky says, oh, it just highlights my name for me. Okay, I get it now. All right, Ricky, good. Glad you got it. So let's get back to the double shot, which is also considered a universe card. Yeah, we're running out of time. I knew it would take a lot. Universe is not an ally. Sorry. I mean, sheesh.
Tactic.
Double shot is a tactic, not a universe card. These cards do not see much play. For the longest time, they saw 0 play. But as you can see, if one character is a 6 to use, then the card gets a bonus. It gets to be used as, in this example, a 4. And then a teammate who is 6 and another stat gets to add a power card to that 4. And make one combined attack. The total of that attack must be defended. You can't defend just the 4 or just the power card. You've got to defend what could be an 8.
And if that card is placed on one character that has a 6 strength, and the other character has a 6 fighting that's on the other side of your table, they both can use it to defend each other. But you're using 2 cards
To defend one attack.
to attack or defend.
Oh, let's see. Oh, Larry's dipping out. See you next week, Larry.
Bye,
Thanks,
Larry.
brother.
I'm gonna have to start dipping out too, and I'm about to turn into a pumpkin.
Yeah, Michael says he's dipping out too. Michael, thanks for tuning in. Used the most beautiful art there, Doug. Yeah, I know. I hate double shots, Ricky. That was on purpose. You know, I'm not going to glorify a double shot, as you probably know. The double shots don't get played a lot because it's 2 cards to defend one attack, or it's 2 cards to make an attack that can be defended with 1 card. So we should talk about, let's get the map. Let me get the map back up here. Let's see, where are we at? Oh, it was early in the game, I think. Oh, Ultimate Nullifier. Oh boy, we got so many cards still to talk about, and we're almost out of time.
I'm in negative.
Yeah, sorry.
It's okay.
So let's talk about placing, and then we're going to wrap it up for tonight. You good with that?
Yeah, that's fine.
I think that's a good spot. You can kind of use the term equip a character by placing cards on them. And what can you place on them? You cannot place more than one of any type of card, but each character can have a special, a power card, and a universe card placed
And a
on them,
tactic.
or a tactic placed on them.
There's 4 cards.
They could have 4. you're right.
Artifact.
And an artifact could be 5.
Yeah, and then certain characters will have mirrored abilities. We'll talk about that later. That can say that they can place 2 power cards on them that obviously are not dupes. So you have, most of the time, people don't place that many. You don't see 5 cards placed at different types. Everyone usually does a standard, so you have your special, your power card, your universe card, and then you can place on your reserve character too. So, and you'll find that out through when you doing your draw phase. After you do the event and discard phase, then you can start placement, and it's a turn base.
Yes, each player places 1 card at a time. Now, guys will place the cards on their characters differently. And by this card setup layout, it doesn't look like there is anything there on how to place cards. So some people will place the card upwards on the character itself or right below the character. Some people put them sideways and kind of tuck them up underneath the character. But if you place a power card to a character, that character is the only one on your team who can use it. So if you place a 6 on character 1 and character 2 gets attached with a 6 and you need a 6 to defend character 2,
You gotta find
you
a different
cannot
way.
go to character 1 and take that power card to defend them.
Yes.
Specials are a different story. if you place character 1 has a card that says may avoid for character 1 or a teammate, then he can obviously use it to defend either characters, any characters. So, the captain says we're doing right, taking our time and breaking it into multiple.
That's right, Captain.
Thank you,
We're doing it
Captain.
for you.
And then the captain says the rule book explains placing before starting and ending battles. Oh, there's a question mark there.
Okay,
I don't know. I'll have to look. I don't remember off the top of my head. I'll check on that.
So you're talking
seems
about-
odd since you can't really understand the importance of placing without knowing the battle structure. Or did I just miss it?
so that strategy is what you're basing off of. Now you're talking about deck building. So your character's all what you build, what your idea you're gonna build around. You might build around where Starjammers you can have 2 power cards placed on them. Or you might build around where its enforcers may have 2 special cards placed on them. Or you're not building around that at all. So it's all, it gets very complicated. I'm gonna stop where
does.
rabbit trails I'm going down.
You know what? It does have a diagram in here on placing cards.
Ooh.
And hits. Hits are successful attacks against a character. I will scan this and I will put that up tomorrow
I
too.
want to see that.
You want to see that? Don't you have a rule book?
Let me see it real
Why don't
quick.
you buy a monumental rule book or
I probably
monumental
will.
starter?
I probably will for my buddy and take his and tell me he's gonna buy another one.
Will you cover placing to home base? We will. Actually, let's do that real quick. We didn't talk too much about the home base, but let's hit the home base, AJ.
Okay.
The home base is, Howard, I'm sorry. We haven't even talked about the location cards.
Yeah.
All right, guys, remember, this is image 12. Remember that for me. Let's, where did I put my location?
We're gonna have to touch on it. 'Cause
Yeah,
There's gonna be a
a
lot.
location is a way to make other characters playable that weren't seeing a whole lot of play, and I like them. They still don't see a whole lot of play, but here, for example, is the Daily Bugle. Yeah, maybe we'll touch on it real quick. The Daily Bugle, you can choose any 4 characters off the Daily Bugle location card.
And you get the inherent ability underneath it if you build a team on that. Sometimes it's helpful. Sometimes, in this case, if you build this team, you can use multi-power cards.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah, there's a couple of them that have negative effects, like Onslaught Citadel. Onslaught Citadel team can only draw 7 cards.
Yeah, it's
But Onslaught Citadel is powerful, but most people, I don't know anybody that's ever played it because of only drawing 7 cards. Your home base, you can place
one special.
or
One-
activator, which we,
Oh, wait. Are you talking home base or
Home
battle
base.
site?
home base.
Oh, home base, you're showing the battle site. It's
That's
a
a
home
home
base
base.
if you make it.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
So home base, you can place a special from what characters are using there. So
Oh.
Spider-Man, you could place a Spider-Man.
Right.
Just like Four Freedoms, you could
Sorry.
place.
Captain says we probably should save locations for another battle.
Yes, I
Another
agree.
video.
That's a video by itself.
Yeah. All
Because
right.
then you're getting into codes and
Yeah. We're doing any heroes, not battle sites right now. But the home base can also have a place card or
and any home base aspect card,
an aspect.
which is a green border.
I got one of those. I got an image of one of those. Where did I put it?
Get it together, Doug.
You know
Image
what?
12.
Image 12. That's the play mat.
Oh,
I'm getting so much better.
What
Look
about-
at that? Look
what-
at that. There it is.
oh,
To use this card, you must be using Onslaught Citadel as the home base, but if you were, you could then place this card on there. So,
so the green borders are your aspect.
yeah, there is an any home base card called Annexed that came out in the X-Men. It's the only any home base card out of the standard Overpower cards but BMG has created 3 more, one for each icon now.
You could go to Larry's website to find those.
They're in the essentials packs, right? I
Yeah.
believe. The A next is a strength attack, 4 strength attack. Any frontline character may make 1 additional attack.
You cannot be negated. Just let you know, aspects are not special cards.
Right. So that's one of the
Sorry.
things that cannot be negated. No, that's a good point. Just like a teamwork cannot be negated. Ricky says the rule book is ordered like a Goosebumps Choose Your Own terror novel. Josh says MOE makes the sewer location a great home base and battle site.
Correct.
Yeah. So, all right, guys, I think we're going to cut it off right there. If you have any questions, let us know.
Yeah, this is fun.
It is extremely intense. I will get an image of the place cards and
I don't like
hits.
how they're turned.
Yeah,
I can't do that.
and I'll put that'll be the image for next week's episode. But I will get this whole rule book scanned. I'll try and do it tomorrow. What is tomorrow? Tuesday. I could probably get it scanned tomorrow.
This will be
and
tomorrow if we stay
upload it
here
on
any longer.
Wednesday. Yeah, really. So, all right, guys, thanks for tuning in. Hopefully, it does some of you new players some good. You understand a few things. If you have, like I said, any questions, you can leave them here in the chat. We'll get them later.
Yeah, blow up, Doug. Trust me.
Or go to the Facebook group page
This-
and Overpower and ask.
This game is very complicated, so there's no wrong question right now at all.
Yeah,
It's like,
There's-
why did I even play this game? That's the question.
yeah, and believe it or not, it'll get even more complicated when we introduce
Oh,
battle
we're only
sites.
5% in.
Yeah,
This
we'll
ain't
just
nothing.
get started. So, all right, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. Yes, next week will be part 2, and there may even be a part 3.
There's actually going to be like 20 parts, Doug.
20. I hope not. That'd be like over 20 hours of learning how to play.
Did you learn in 20 hours? How about some years?
Well, I'm sure I learned in less than 20 hours. I bet I got better at it by playing. Phil will be back next week. AJ will probably still be here to help because we can always use a lot of help. So thanks for tuning in, guys.